Let's be clear. Being a founder entails a decent amount of insanity. You have to be crazy to think you're gonna build a company doing something that no one else has ever done before. Better than anyone has ever done it before. And have a massive outcome. They say, you don't have what it takes. You're too much, and yet you're not enough. And when you do make it, they'll say it was an overnight success. Because they never saw the nights that came before. The rejection, the isolation. But in Buffalo, we've always done things a little differently. We're not chasing trends, we're building legacies, and we're crazy enough to believe in founders like you, fighting to earn their place in a city where hard work becomes real momentum, a city that raises the bar. Because in Buffalo, whether you're a startup founder or a Main Street business, we see your grit, we see your grind. We see your commitment.
In Buffalo, I can build world-class technology that keeps soldiers and first responders safe.
In Buffalo, we build legacy because our community deserves it.
In Buffalo, I can scale a PX coffee company that disrupts the caffeine industry, building a city that always shows up.
In Buffalo, we provide pathways for all students to post-secondary degrees and good jobs forever.
In Buffalo, I can build my team and an AI-based company to conquer the fishing industry.
In Buffalo, we stitch together strength, community, and culture.
In Buffalo, I can build a disruptive food manufacturing facility that sparks a food revolution.
In Buffalo, even the mailman is an MVP.
Together, we're building a better Buffalo.
Please welcome 43North President, Colleen Heidinger.
Do the most since they paid to see a show. Got the South overflow, yeah. If I gotta do it, I'ma do the most. Watching me, they take no, raise a toast to the goat, yeah.
The people you just saw, they're what it looks like when a founder with a vision meets a city that cares. Because here in Buffalo, this isn't just about companies, it's about community and belief. Katie from Centennial Park is continuing to build on the legacy of Ralph Wilson, a man they called foolish in 1959 when he and 7 other visionaries risked it all to create a new football league. I guess we're now all in the Foolish Club. Go Bills. David and the Say Yes team have created an endowment large enough to allow all Buffalo students access to college forever. Potential in this town isn't defined by a zip code. Dawn is uniting the growing refugee and immigrant population, stitch by stitch, with strength, culture, and community. Proof that when you hand someone a needle in this city, they don't just mend a fabric, they weave a future. And Buffalo's own Slick Rick, reminding us that in our Queen City, even the mailman can be an MVP. When Josh Allen thanked him during his MVP speech, he showed the world what Buffalo is all about. We don't celebrate the stars. We lift up the people who do the work. Because sometimes the best passes don't happen on the field. Buffalo shows up, not just loud, but lasting. And 43North's companies are rising to meet that energy every step of the way. From saving lives to fueling mornings, these teams are building more than businesses, they're building impact. Lauren and the Bounce Imaging team are building tech that are protecting responders around the globe. Sharon and the Food Nerd team are rethinking how we feed the next generation. And David at Guidesley is using AI to reinvent the entire outdoor industry. And the Rarebird crew have moved their entire roasting facility from Silicon Valley to Buffalo. Yeah. Because when this city shows up, it shows up wired, focused, and ready to go. And the good news is, we're just getting started. In fact, this morning, our friends at the Golisano Institute, who I know there's 100 of them here tonight, announced that they're expanding to Buffalo. I see you back there. They're launching a second campus focused on entrepreneurial education and opportunity for all. Their first class will launch next fall, and we could not be more excited. On behalf of all of us at 43 North, I want to be the first to welcome you to the neighborhood. Buffalo isn't just keeping up, we're setting the pace. We don't wait for someone else to raise the bar, we raise it ourselves. Every year, 43 North brings the boldest founders to this stage. And every year, Buffalo, you, shows them what it means to build in a city that's crazy enough to believe in them as much as they believe in themselves. Tonight, we somehow mark 11 years. 11 years of turning bold pitches into breakout moments, of helping early traction become real momentum, of welcoming founders from across the country, and sometimes the globe, and turning strangers into neighbors, skeptics into believers, and startups into Buffalo's biggest success stories. Year by year, brick by brick, we've been building something even bigger, a new innovation economy right here in Buffalo. We've proven what's possible when a city shows up behind its founders. When big ideas meet the people and resources to bring them to life. We've got 8 founders behind us that I know are as nervous as hell. We've got millions of dollars on the line and a room full of people that are excited to be a part of what's next. So, let's make some noise. Let's raise the bar together. Welcome to the 2025 43 North Finals.
Please welcome 43 North Foundation Chairman and Managing Director, Lorraine Capital, and tonight's MC, Bill Maggio.
Bill it, let man cook, no skillet. Bill it, lick it, rolled it up and I lit it. Bill it, in it, pop you ready if you're with it. Billing, but I ain't finished. 10 years on, I'll be still it, yeah. Bill it, from the ground up, man, bill it, stick with it, see results in a minute. In it, you're tripping, this kid ain't got no limit. Billing, but I ain't finished. I kept my head down, I'm still it.
So you can't see it, but there's lines out there that say Bill Maggio's Wander Zone right here, right over here, and right over here. I can't believe it's 11 years. You guys all know I started doing this when I was in my 20s. So, okay, 30s. I'll take whatever you'll give me. DJ Jet, everybody. Get it over my hand over there. What do you think?
Bill, I think we're honestly the best tag team host DJ in the entire state.
Yeah, I'm about
the
as much as you are. Yeah.
And we're both stylish too. You got what do you have on? Last year you had Gucci. This year you have on
Prada.
Prada? You know what? I'm proud of you.
We didn't rehearse that.
That's what you did there.
That's great. Listen, what a privilege it is for me to be here again. Obviously, emceeing this event is so important to me. We've been involved from the beginning. Just got some house cleaning items I want to take care of today. First, I want to recognize our outgoing chairman, Mike Whistler. Did a phenomenal job the last 2 years leading this organization. Let's give him a round of applause. Where is Mike? He's out there someplace, right? I also want to recognize the one and only Pete Grum, our new chairman, and our board of directors, Jordan Levy Emeritus, Eric Rice, who's standing right there, Norma Nowak, who I saw out here, she's right there, Cletus Earl, and yours truly. Let's give them a round of applause for a great job. Thank you. I would be remiss not to recognize Colleen and her team, not only for putting on this amazing event. Man, I look awful on that thing. Holy crap. That's the last time I'm turning it around. Colleen and her team for putting on this event, but also keep in mind, they have to fully immerse last year's 5 winners into the Buffalo community. That's not easy, convincing people from all over the world to want to move here. Let's give them a round of applause for a great job. For those who come every year, you know I have a binder that they give me, which I'm supposed to follow all the instructions. They didn't even bother to give it to me today. So I'm totally ad-libbing this thing, so bear with me. You know, yesterday I emceed the semifinals. As some of you might know, there are 15 companies that came to Buffalo from all over the world to pitch to be on this stage today. 7 of them didn't make it. They pitched their hearts out. Every one of them are in the audience today. Let's give them a round of applause for believing in Buffalo. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. You know, when I think about this competition over the last 11 years, we've had over 25,000 companies apply to this competition. Think about that. 25,000 applications and people were interviewed and talked to about wanting to move to Buffalo and build their business here. It's phenomenal. This year we had 60 startups from Buffalo alone apply to this year's competition. Our first year we had 0. We've immersed 80 companies in Buffalo. It's a lot of work. And when I think about our progress, we don't need to be seen, recognized, or congratulated by others to know that we're real. Except for tonight. This is our 11th year. You all being here is validation. Validation that we're doing something special. So on behalf of our governor and all our colleagues from the state, our board, all of the employees, and the countless volunteers in the audience, there are 3,000 people here tonight after 11 years. Give yourselves a round of applause for being such supporters of 43 North. You know, Colleen, and I'm just going to tell just a real quick story, and they get mad when I do this, but that's okay. Colleen talked about the Golisano Entrepreneurial Institute. You know, it's remarkable what they're doing in Rochester, and they were here last year for the first time to see what was going on. They were so blown away by the spirit and the support of entrepreneurship, not for 43 North, but for the people in the audience and their awareness of what's going on and what we're trying to build and sustain here in Buffalo. It's really remarkable that a year from that day, they opened their institute, their school in Buffalo this morning. Let's give Tom Golisano and his team a round of applause for believing in Buffalo. Okay, I'm about to introduce our judges. You guys are all ready? I mean, you guys are good? Wait till you see how many people are out there. You ready? This is an amazing group, by the way. And I have cue cards, so I do have a little something so I can remember them. I just want to give a quick update on the 43 North Foundation, which I talked about last year. We have successfully launched our venture studio called Radio Ventures. Dan Magashevsky, he's out in the audience somewhere as the CEO of that organization. I'm proud to say we'll be launching our first startup into the Buffalo community within days. Let's give Dan and his team a round of applause. And last but not least, Dan Miner, I believe, will be talking to us at intermission about our storytelling initiative and what we're doing to amplify to the world all the great things that are going on in Buffalo. So with that, are we ready to meet our judges? I want to hear it. Come on, let's go. Let's hear it. Some water. Okay, who's going first? Okay, here we go. First up, he's a pioneer healthcare executive who took health grades public and built it into a household name. Today, he's co-chairman of HW Investment Partners and a board leader across multiple healthcare innovation companies, including our very own Buffalo-based Circuit Clinical. Please welcome to the stage, Carrie Hicks. What was that? You got some fans here. What did that cost you? Our next judge turned no into a launch pad and now helps others do the same. As CEO of Pharrell Williams' Black Ambition, she's funneled capital and mentorship to over 130 founders who've raised more than $200 million. She's a serial entrepreneur, speaks, and is a speaker and a force for equity in innovation and economy. Please welcome Felicia Hatcher to the stage. Next up, he's a principal of portfolio growth for AWS Startups, where he's helped scale founders from first check to IPO. He's a multi-year honoree of the corporate VC Power List. That's pretty impressive. Is that true? That's great. And built fintech strategies from the ground up for American Express. Please welcome Samira Kankare. Our next judge is a visionary investor who's redefining what the future of venture looks like. As a co-founder and managing partner of Sogol Ventures, she's backed over 150 startups and identified 5 unicorns at the earliest stage possible, all while delivering top returns for her diverse base of investors. Please welcome Pocket Sun. Welcome.
I like whatever I want whatever I like. I want it, need it pronto. Can't spend it, I get bored.
And last but not least, our final judge. Tonight is a national voice in mission-driven venture, backing founders, transforming how we learn, work, and build equity in health and finance. He's the founder and managing partner of Zeo Capital Partners, and under his leadership, Deal has grown to manage over $180 million in assets, including the most recent raise of $82 million fund. Please welcome Nasir Kadri. Okay, you guys ready to go? Any commentary? Anything? You got anything to say? What do you think? Come on, seriously. You're nervous, aren't you? You guys are nervous. Yeah? Come on. It's okay. You can tell me.
Is this on?
You look nervous, Carrie. All right, here's how it's going to work. Here are the rules. We've got 8 companies today pitching. They're going to get 3 minutes to pitch to these judges and 4 minutes of questions, which I'll facilitate. Are you guys ready to go? You sure? Come on, louder. These people are nervous. Come on, let's go. Let's hear it. All right. Wherever it's come from, let's bring out our first company.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Cozy Care.
Cherry on top of a good time. I just wanna dance, wanna dance, wanna dance. Spend sunsets on the sea.
Imagine not being able to comfort your child when they're in pain. That was the case for my parents. My name is Lauren, co-founder of Cozy Care, and we've created the world's first safe scratching medical devices for eczema and itchy skin. My little brother Reese was diagnosed with severe eczema at the age of 3, and growing up, I watched him scratch his skin until it bled. 20 years of this led to permanent scarring, infections, and emotional trauma. Eczema is unbearably itchy, and telling someone just not to scratch is like telling them not to blink. And eczema is just the start. 20% of the population suffer with chronic itch, valued at $18 billion in the USA, and the market is rapidly on the rise. This is the itch-scratch cycle, where the more you scratch, the more you itch, and it will lead to needing steroids and antibiotics. There has never been a solution for instant relief to break this cycle until now. Our FDA-registered medical devices combine cold, texture, massage, and distraction, methods scientifically proven to instantly kill itch without the damage. And we aren't one product. We are an itchy skin ecosystem, creating an instant relief revolution with medical devices, skincare, electronic products, and an app. Our customers call us life-changing, with features in BBC News and British Vogue, allowing us to reach over 20 million people. I have eczema myself, and I have 7 years' experience in manufacturing medical devices. My co-founder, Sandeep, has decades of experience within blue-chip organizations. We have Buffalo-based partners with Dr. Bethany Lima, a dermatologist in VC, and Josh Mitchell from Regeneron, who is behind Dupixent, the world's leading eczema biologic. And look what we've achieved. $2.4 million in revenue, 40,000 products sold with a less than 0.1% return rate, and a hybrid supply chain in the UK and internationally. B2C in the USA, we will replicate what we've done in the UK, leveraging viral content. B2B, working with Dr. Bethany Lima and being HSA, FSA eligible. We've grown every single year since launch, doubling our revenue, and the USA market is 10 times bigger. We forecast $270 million over 4 years. And eczema is just the start. Psoriasis, hives, insect bites, menopausal itch, the list is endless. We would love Buffalo to be the home of our vision, to create a hub to provide itch relief globally, creating 220 jobs, spending $26 million on stock, and paying $35 million in tax. 43North funding will accelerate this. I believe if my little brother had access to Cozy Care when we were little, today he would not be permanently physically and mentally scarred. With your support, we can turn pain into peace for millions that are suffering. If you scratch our back, we'll scratch yours, and we can solve the world's itch relief crisis right here in the heart of Buffalo. Thank you for listening.
All right, great job. Who's got the itch to go first? You, Karen, let's go.
Well, congratulations on making it to the finals.
Thank you.
Every successful company that I've been around is part inspiration, part aspiration, and you bring a very inspiring story, so that I think touches everybody here. Maybe you can help us understand what your aspiration is, right? So 5 years from now, if you're successful, give us a sense of what that looks like for you and your team.
We want to carve out a completely new area in itch relief. There are biologics, antibiotics, and treatments that are incredibly important for anyone living with chronic itch, but the missing link is itch relief. When you are sitting there in the middle of the night in pain, when your child is crying and they can't get relief, we want to be that brand to offer that to families and children globally.
And just in terms of what we want to bring to Buffalo, we actually want to create a hub, obviously, for manufacturing. That's the key. So in 5 years' time, we want all our products, skincare, actual units to be produced here in Buffalo.
Who's next? Samir, you got a question? Please, Samir. Yeah, absolutely, right? Samir, go ahead.
Awesome. So I feel like I'm sitting in the seat of Mr. Wonderful here, Kevin O'Leary. So I have to ask the tough questions.
Yeah, he is.
B2C, you guys have clearly gone viral, $2.4 million in revenue. B2B is different, right? Your closest competition is a $10 tube of cream. Your product costs $70, $60, $70. I love the colors. I'd buy it. But in a head-to-head comparison, how are you going to convince doctors to prescribe this product over that $10 tube of cream?
That's a great question. How we differentiate from moisturizers and creams, they are incredibly important, but they're progressive relief. They improve skin health over a period of time. When your child is screaming, crying, I promise you, if you give them that $10 cream, it's not going to make a difference. We want to hand them something, a medical device that they can hold, that looks like a toy, that they can use in the same way that they'd be scratching, that gives them that instant relief. And our products last a lifetime. So you invest once. If you have flare-ups for the next decade, you'll always have that Cozy Care device.
Good answer. Who's next? Pocket, you got a question? Please, go ahead.
Yes, I love the brand aesthetics you've built, and I love that you're wearing your brand color. So I also love the Bill's call out at the end. So I'm curious, what are the jobs you're planning to bring to Buffalo? And you're currently based in London, right? So what made you so bullish on Buffalo?
So we were actually semi-finalists last year, and we truly just fell in love with Buffalo. Everything that it has to offer, the ecosystem, and the opportunities for us in manufacturing were obvious as soon as we got here. We've built relationships with our manufacturing partners already, and we have a real sense of what we can build here, and we're super passionate about it. This is our vision on the screen. In the next 5 years, we want to create jobs in manufacturing, operations, marketing, logistics. We want everything here. We want it to be our hub.
And Buffalo's a very strategic place for ourselves. 80% of North America is within 500 miles of it, so it's the perfect place for us to be to service our biggest territory, which is the US.
Let's get another question in. Please, Nasir, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. Some of the best founders are those who experience the problem head on. And so just I echo my team here. Maybe talk about the biggest risk that you see. Well, what has, in terms of risk?
Reflecting back on our journey, the biggest risk was always production. Frankly, we never had an issue with demand because we put a video on TikTok, it goes viral, and every parent wants this for their child. It was always to do with supply. We had issues with international supply chains, with getting quality and consistency. So what we did is we took our products from China, brought them to the UK, and we want to replicate that here in Buffalo as well, to maintain that quality and speed and consistency. I think the biggest risk for us is not being able to supply the demand, and actually being able to set the facility up here is something that we should face kind of head on.
We're gonna have to leave it there. Great job, guys. Cozy Care. Okay, well done. Go this way. Okay. Great job, guys. What do you think? Pretty interesting, huh? Yeah? All right. You still seem a little nervous to me. Let's loosen up a little bit. Okay, who's up next?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Fly Connect.
Hello, Buffalo. Thanks for having us tonight. AI is an amazing technology. When done right, it can open opportunities for generations to come. It's a shift, not a replacement. Our kids will have jobs that don't exist today. My name is Joe Murad, founder and CEO of Fly Connect. Fly Connect is the app store for AI agent, allowing users to build and deploy AI agents in minutes for business, enterprise, and government. In just 12 months, we grow to 1,700 users, over 1.8 million in revenue, and growing 11% month over month. Fly Connect is powered by our own 1 petabyte data engine, fueling how AI agents think, reason, and execute. We hear every day, AI is everywhere. The reality is very different. Less than 30% of small businesses take advantage of AI. In enterprise, over 90% of AI projects is still in pilot mode. And in government, the majority of AI projects are still in planning phase. The barriers are clear: cost, integration, and security. And this is where Fly Connect comes in, by providing a secured, private infrastructure built for trust. We're lucky to be part of the largest technology shift in human history, with over 100 million users already building and deploying AI agents worldwide. Technology change, business fundamentals don't. Our revenue reflect market demand. We're a second-time founding team with proven result in business, sales, and operations. We believe that Buffalo has a very strong position in the next AI shift from cost, talent availability, and access to both enterprise and government marketplaces. Join me in making AI more private, more secure in Buffalo. Thank you.
All right. You got to calm down, man. You got to calm down. No, it's great. Got to keep these guys loose. Who's first?
Right here.
All right, we'll go first. Please, please, go ahead.
Great presentation, some amazing traction as well. Talk to us a little bit more about like how you will remain competitive, kind of one-on-one, especially when AI agents is a fast-growing area that's going to be crowded really soon.
Absolutely, great question. We are building multiple modes in terms of data, in terms of competitive advantage on how we deliver our software to both the end user and in the marketplace. I believe we have the largest data set that AI agent right now on the market can be used.
Yeah. Pocket.
You kicked
got a question? Pocket, yeah, go ahead, please.
You kicked off, jobs. Kids will have jobs that don't exist tomorrow in the future. We spend a lot of time around the future of work, and a lot of folks are saying AI will disrupt, jobs. And so just talk about that, as you think about keeping jobs and the role that AI plays for the audience.
Yeah, good question.
Absolutely.
Good question.
We're actually, our platform is creating new jobs. AI agent creator. Our wait list has over 30,000 AI, vibe coders that they are willing to work and build AI agents. This is a brand new title that's still forming. As I mentioned before, it's not a replacement, it's a shift. AI agents will create jobs in terms of data normalization, in terms of app creation, and so many other areas.
Pocket, you got a question? Please.
Yeah, so I am wondering if I were, a small business owner here in Buffalo, what can Fly enable me to do that I wouldn't be able to do otherwise?
Absolutely, so many things. It depends on, the AI agent that you can select. Our flagship agent is sales agent. So Fly AI SDR can basically fill your pipeline, completely automated with one click. Your leads, run campaigns, run marketing campaigns, run sales campaigns, all the way until booking appointments for you without you having to do anything.
So my business will be able to sell itself, basically.
Absolutely.
It sounds like. Simmer, you got a question?
Yeah.
Please, go ahead.
So, going back to what Colleen mentioned at the beginning, if a founder has a vision, they need a city that supports them, with that sentiment, if you had to give us a one-line pitch for Buffalo or New York State government contract, and I just met the Secretary of State earlier, what would that one-line pitch be?
It's the AI infrastructure for AI agents, for government specifically. Our AI agents are 100% secured, isolated, and it's been tested and proven in that area.
Awesome. Okay, we got time for one more quick question. Who wants it? Well, Carrie, please go ahead.
As you think about the future and the growth and the competitive landscape, right? How do you maintain that competitive edge. You obviously clearly have a first mover advantage today, but how do you sustain that in the future? Where's your thinking as it relates to creating that competitive moat?
Absolutely. The technology is changing really, really, really fast. It's almost on a weekly basis. And I think everyone's struggling with keeping up, with AI changes. OpenAI just released a competitive piece literally last week. On our side, there is one side where, like YC always say, early stage, you will die from suicide instead of competition. On the other side, we're always try to update our own model, try to keep up with the changes from competitors. But it's definitely extremely competitive industry right now.
Okay, we're up to it there. Great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll take that back there. All right. Okay, let's find out who our third company is. Please, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Rademploy.
Get a text. Let's take a victory lap. Let's take a victory lap. Let's take a set to relax. I fell in love with this game, and it's loving me back. I put my all in this game, and it's paying me back.
Hello, good evening. I'm Joe Horsford, the founder and CEO of Rademploy. Rademploy is a conversational AI platform that connects radiology professionals with large hospital systems. From broken bones to cancer detection to women's health, radiology plays an important part in every patient's journey. These licensed professionals are highly skilled in X-ray, CTs, mammograms, ultrasounds, MRIs, and 13 other specialties. I've been in radiology for over 15 years. I started as a licensed technologist, then I became the head of partnerships, and then vice president of radiology. I've seen firsthand how staffing shortages impact all of us. 85% of hospitals are understaffed today. This leads to a wait time of 120 days just to get an appointment by patients. This is an issue that's way too large and is getting bigger. It's a $14 billion market today, leaning into becoming a $42 billion market. Hospital systems are losing over $1 trillion in revenue every single year. So that's why we built Rademploy. Our platform verifies every candidate, connects candidates and clients directly on the platform to communicate, geo-maps every single candidate to the nearest open position in their city and state and zip code, and our conversational AI allows the candidate to give all the information to us, communicate, and then we package it and send it directly to the client. Our clients love us because we sign them up, onboard them, and go live all in one day. Currently, we have 30% month-over-month growth, over 20,000 employees on the platform today, and normally it takes 3 to 6 months for a hospital to hire a radiology professional. But with Rademploy, our clients are doing this in just 5 to 7 days. That's a huge difference. In 1 year, we signed RadNet, a publicly traded radiology company, then Baylor Scott & White, the largest hospital system in Texas, and then Trinity Health, which has locations throughout 22 states in the United States. And we have a pipeline of over 2,500 more hospital systems that we look forward to working with. Now that sounds big, right? But our vision is actually larger than that. There are 10 other sectors very similar to radiology, meaning they have a staffing shortage, and they also have about a 2-year process to get licensed, like radiology. When we add these sectors into our platform, we take a $14 billion market, turn it into a $148 billion market. My co-founder and I, Matt Freed, have known each other for over 20 years. He went to Syracuse University. I went to SUNY Oswego. Yeah, that's right. We're looking forward to bringing our team to Buffalo. We've already partnered with 3 Buffalo schools. We're going to anchor our team here in Buffalo and build our team if anybody's looking for work. Also, we consider ourselves a hub for healthcare, education, and technology. So for Rad Employ, coming to Buffalo isn't just about business. It's personal. Thank you.
Okay, great job. Okay, who's going to kick it off? It's here, please, go ahead.
Congratulations. You touched on the recruiting aspect, but talk about retaining the talent as well. I mean, that's where it becomes a bit more, on the cost side. So talk about the wraparound support when it comes to retaining that talent once you recruit.
Absolutely. So thank you for the question. So what we're doing is we're also focusing on upskilling talent. So a lot of people come into radiology, and if you might know, you can work up the ranks, meaning you can start an X-ray, you make a certain amount of money, then you can get to CT, MRI, ultrasound. Each one you get to, the dollar amount adds up. So within the platform, we're adding CE credits, we're adding an AI tutor that allows the individuals to learn more, and that's how we're looking to keep the product sticky.
Carrie, please, go ahead.
Can you talk, earlier today you mentioned about how you're using social media, right, as a means to both educate, but also to create top of funnel, right, as it relates to placement. Can you talk more about that in terms of how you're utilizing social media?
Yeah, so in our market, we feel like LinkedIn has been a valuable professional aspect of our business. So we've been able to apply or post a lot of our positions through different social media outlets, which have then been reposted, sent to other friends of friends who then signed up on Rad Employ. And it kind of made a flywheel effect, causing our ecosystem to grow. We did that before even launching the business, really getting involved with the community. Healthcare is a community thing. It takes everybody to make it work.
Samir?
Yeah.
Then we'll come to you, okay? Who wants to go first? Arm wrestle.
I'll go first.
Go.
Talk to us, what is keeping you up at night with the business?
Scaling. So we have more clients interested than we can actually handle today. So what we're trying to think through is how are we going to expand to all the new markets and states that we're looking at. Unfortunately, this problem is a global problem. So I think it's always going to be a problem for us, because as we scale throughout the United States, we may see opportunities in the UK, in India, in just different aspects of the world. So scaling probably is the biggest thing for us.
Samir?
I love your story. Like, everyone's talking about using AI to reduce the number of employees, but you're using AI to actually improve health outcomes, improve health equity across the ecosystem, right?
Thank you.
Can you tell us more about how are you going to scale this platform beyond, just radiology? Clearly, you need to change your name eventually from Rad Employ to something else.
Yeah, absolutely. We've already got the name, but I won't say it here. But yes, we have a ton of other areas that we are focusing on. Lab technicians is a big area, dentistry as well. Every single sector that I mentioned that's on the past slide is at least a $2 billion industry. So taking all that together is exciting for us. When we noticed this problem being bigger than radiology, we said, terrible, but great for us to make it work.
Time for one more. Who's got it? Pocket, go ahead, please.
So I heard that Buffalo is huge on cancer research, and you're already working with the hospital systems here and the schools here. Can you talk to us more about how you're planning to scale that and how you charge your partners?
Yeah. From a scale standpoint, we're focusing on really identifying the clients, hospital systems that are at biggest need, meaning 60, 70 open positions. That's happening throughout the country now. From a standpoint of question 2, I missed, sorry.
How are you charging your clients?
Oh, charging our clients. So we charge hospital systems a flat fee monthly to use our platform just to get access. And as they hire individuals, we take essentially a success fee. Most of our clients have 60 to 70 opening positions throughout their fleet. So we take on big enterprise clients.
We'll have to end it there. Great job. All right.
Sorry.
I'll get a text. Let's take a victory lap. Let's take a victory lap. Let's take a set to relax.
This is fun, right? It's only going to get better. Come on, let's go. We got some nervous people back there. And judges. All right, who's next?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kinometrics.
Good evening, Buffalo. Thank you for having us. I'm Davina Desai, the CEO of Kinometrics. Every day in the US, a patient falls in a hospital room, sometimes right after the nurse has left their bedside. Some of you may know someone that has fallen in a hospital room, and they're not alone. Nearly 1 million patients fall each year in US hospitals. A third of those falls result in some sort of an injury, extended length of stay around 10 days on average. The cost of a hospital fall, regardless of injury, is upwards of $35,000. That is $35 billion spent each year on a single preventable harm event. Hospitals receive little to no reimbursement for fall-related care. So falls are a large problem, and hospitals are addressing them. They have processes in place, which includes nurses risk assessing every patient at least once per shift. But all the risk assessments currently in use rely on manual documentation, subjective scoring. They overestimate risk, and they fail to prevent danger. Nurses don't need to complete additional documentation. They need tools that can support them better. We built Kinometrics to redefine how hospitals predict and prevent harm. A machine learning platform that leverages data that exists in the electronic health record and turns that into action. We integrate seamlessly with any electronic health record. Our risk predictions and interventions are right there in the patient record where the nurse is charting, so there's no additional clicks, no added burden. We benchmarked ourselves against the gold standard, and we outperform it with 25% higher accuracy and 42% fewer false alarms. So nurses trust it, and patients can stay safe. We are already contracted with Bon Secours Mercy Health, and we have additional contracts in process with health systems, but now we're also going into a new market of outpatient dialysis. And we are contracting with them to bring Kinometrics to outpatient dialysis. Our team has worked in healthcare for over 10 years. We have experience from the inside out solving the problems we're currently addressing with Kinometrics. Why Buffalo? Because we want to scale right here in Buffalo. We want to grow to 100 million, create jobs right here in Buffalo, and save local health systems $28 million annually in preventable fall costs. Also, one of our investors plays for the Bills, so he would be thrilled to have us here. Thank you.
Well done. Okay. Good job. Having fun?
Thank you.
I'm just trying not to fall off the stage. So, okay, who's going to go first? Samir, we're going to go with you. You got that look in you.
Sure.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
This is personal to me because my mom is a doctor, and 2 weeks back she was extremely overworked. You know, the hospitals are understaffed, and unfortunately she fell. She had a fall. You know, she had a muscle tear. Do you see this technology being extended to the clinician burnout rate, or clinicians as well, to predict, you know, how and when, and you know, when they should relax, rest versus, you know, continue working?
That is an opportunity. This technology has the ability to extend to multiple different areas, given we have access to data. So now if we knew your mother's like vitals and such, possibly. Without that, no.
Pocket?
Can you tell us about the before and after? Before your product, how are nurses taking care of potential falls versus how this integrates into their workflow now?
Yes, so currently nurses do one manual documentation. They might have automated risk assessments, but the process gives them a high, moderate, low. So patient is either high, moderate, or low fall risk. It is up to them to determine what intervention is most appropriate. With Kinometrics, we tell them why a patient is presenting as high, moderate, or low fall risk. Are they on a narcotic? Do they have a low blood pressure reading? And then we recommend an intervention based on their why. So it's really personalized to why you are presenting that way.
Please, go ahead.
Yeah. Healthcare systems have like long sales cycles, right? So talk to us from a tactical standpoint. How are you going to introduce and get into new health?
Yes, we sell directly at the C-level of health systems. We sell directly there because our product has to be used all around the health system. It's not a unit-specific product. The sales cycle, you recognize correctly, take anywhere from 9 to 12 months, but with the right champion and with additional data, we are able to reduce that.
Yes, sir, please, go ahead.
Just maybe double click on jobs. You said you're looking to create jobs here in Buffalo. Be a bit more specific around that. What does that look like?
We are looking to create more technical jobs and customer success jobs. Technical jobs because Buffalo has universities, they have data scientists. We need a lot of data scientists to do what we do, build additional modules. But then we also need customer success. We need nurses that can talk to their colleagues, that can help expand not only the Kinemetrics product, but then their nurse colleagues do better.
Kerry, it looks like you got a question. Please, go ahead.
Yeah, did you think about expanding your footprint both within the health systems, right, in terms of other patient safety events, right? Is that a way that you can broaden your product array, number one? And number two, we talked earlier about expanding also into other markets, namely, rehab facilities, skilled nursing facilities, nursing homes, assisted living. Can you maybe speak to that?
Yes, so we are adding three additional products. It's a platform to address all what are termed nurse-sensitive indicators. So there are 2 hospital-acquired infections. Pressure injuries is one of them. And with that, it will be a platform that nurses can utilize to address all preventable harm that impacts them. From additional markets, we are working with electronic health records that serve senior living facilities, nursing facilities, to build a static product that they can also use at a reasonable cost to help their patients.
Okay, time for one more quick question. Who's got it? Anyone?
I can go again.
Please, go ahead. You want to go? You want to ask me a
This
question?
is a very important question, guys. This is on behalf of all the 3,000 people out here. It's been a tough week, or at least the start.
Oh, I know where you're going.
Yeah, I know. If you're selected at the 43North finals tonight, what football team are you rooting for?
Buffalo Bills.
All right, on that. Great job. Who's this guy who keeps running out here, for God's sakes? Okay, we're going to take a 2-minute break to let the judges kind of compile their scores, and we're going to ask Dan Miner, who's a senior executive at the 43North Foundation, to come out. You're pointing to me. He's over there. He's going to come from someplace and talk to us a bit about our storytelling initiative. Let's welcome Dan Miner to the stage, folks.
So maybe I should start by explaining what a Series B is. They know. So a Series B is a round of funding that a startup company raises when they've proven that their product works. They've done the testing, they're in the market, and now it's time to truly scale. What a great metaphor for Buffalo's startup economy. I'm thrilled to be here tonight on behalf of the 43North Foundation to preview our new storytelling initiative. We're calling it, as you might guess, Series B. Series B represents a new round of growth in Buffalo through innovation and entrepreneurship. Over the past 15 years, Buffalo has established a great foundation for a modern innovation economy. We've proven that companies can start here, scale here, and then afterwards that they can stay here. And you might miss this, but there's a new emerging crop of potentially market-leading startup companies in Buffalo right now across CPG advanced manufacturing, AI, B2B SaaS, and more. So Series B is, so we acknowledge all of this exciting activity. And we looked across the country at other initiatives around civic storytelling initiatives around innovation. And we found that many of those communities are telling forceful, compelling narratives around high growth technology, even when they've got less material than we do to work with. By contrast, Buffalo is accomplishing amazing things, but it's doing so in relative obscurity. That stops tonight. Thank you. In practical terms, Series B will be a digital storytelling platform. It'll shine a light on the amazing progress, momentum, and opportunity in Buffalo, while also highlighting all of this community's amazing attributes. The stories will be authentic, and they will be constant. Series B's footprint will follow people to Bill's Backers bars. It'll chase people into boardrooms. It'll tap young adults on the shoulder whose parents really want them to move back to Buffalo, and it'll help them tell that story too. It'll be on your laptop, it'll be on your phone, and it'll be on your tablet. Series B will equal, and it will ultimately outpace civic storytelling initiatives across the US. So we're not quite ready for prime time just yet, but we wanted to start and share the story with you first, through our 3,000 closest friends, because this is a story that we have to create and ultimately that we have to tell together. So for now, my ask is really simple. Scan the QR code, fill out a quick form, hop on our mailing list, and we'll be back in touch really soon with updates. So this initiative, thank you. This initiative is new. It's so new, in fact, that our merch game really isn't there yet. We managed to make a single Series B hat that I was going to wear on stage tonight. I procured this hat. I brought the hat. Sometime I was talking to Bill in conversation, and I lost the hat. So, you know, c'est la vie. We'll live to fight another day. But very soon, we'll all be wearing this story with pride. So now I'd like to bring Bill back out so we can get on with the show.
He's got an amazing head of hair, by the way. Anyways, okay. Let's get on with our fifth competitor.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Tukey AI.
Hello, thanks for being here with us. Hi, judges. So as Bill said, this music is very special for me. This is a symphony from the New World, actually composed right here in New York State. And in a way, for me, it represents the American dream. I started my career as an orchestra conductor. I actually conducted that symphony. And after many years of conducting, I eventually moved into business, joined McKinsey back in Argentina, came to the US, and after a very long, painful, and stressful process, I finally got my green card. But seeing how stressful this was and how inefficient, we decided 2 years ago to build Tukey just to make it better for other immigrants. And so far, we have changed many lives. We've grown to $1 million in annual revenue, grown 3x year over year with great margins and great customer experience. Now, there's much more to do here. This is an $8 billion market that is completely fragmented across 12,000 law firms, which typically are very small. They offer commoditized service. They have no technology. It's really hard to scale. And they offer really this low customer satisfaction and a broken process that is slow, it's manual, it's filled with mistakes, and people feel frustrated. So what are we doing to change this? We are taking a completely chaotic process into an all-in-one transparent and organized platform we are taking everything that is manual into an AI-first process with humans in the loop to make sure quality is there. And as we are automating so many of these things, we can offer the human connection and support the immigrants deserve and look for and typically don't get. So when we started 2 years ago, most of our clients came from word of mouth. We were so focused on building the product. Now this year, with much more development on this, we have explored new channels, and now next year, the focus is going to be B2B, so going directly to companies, and that's where we'll use most of the funds we would get from 43North. We have a great team. This is just some of the key team members. It's not just business and technology, but we also have in-house attorneys to make sure that quality is there, and we are fully integrated. Finally, why Buffalo? Many reasons. Some of them are 43North, great network it has, and how we can tap into that for the B2B. Also, Buffalo is very strategically positioned just next to Canada, very close to some very large immigration hubs such as New York or Washington, D.C. And also, this city has already seen immigrant success. I don't know if you know this, but this theater was built by an immigrant, Michael Shea, in 1926. And many companies were built by immigrants creating jobs. Yeah, let's hear it. We want to double down that. We want to bring more founders. So scan that QR code, send to every founder you know, because for the next 3 years, we're providing 80% discount to any founder that wants to come here to Buffalo to build with us. Thank you.
Okay, we ready to go?
Yeah.
All right. Good job. Okay, who's going first?
Man, I love your story. It's so inspirational. Congratulations on all the progress. Maybe walk us through the competition out there, and why not, in defensibility as well, as you think about law firms that can very well potentially pick this up. And so, explain more about
majority of competition are those 12,000 traditional law firms, typically comprised by 1 or 2 attorneys, and those 1 or 2 attorneys are doing everything, are doing the cases, doing the marketing, hiring people, doing operations, typically not very prone to build like startups or technology on top. And there's a few startups building in the space. In our experience and opinion, it's not so focused on the technology, but rather growing quickly with great marketing and sales, but not so much changing the entire process. So that's what we've seen in the competition.
Please, go ahead.
Great presentation, great story. Near and dear to my heart. My mom's Jamaican. I watch her and half my family kind of navigate that process. A very hard process, lots of documents. Can you talk us through a little bit more, I think really on kind of like the trust aspect of this, because that was a challenge that I saw my mom navigate, but then also the awareness aspect of like how are you increasing the awareness and the adoption of this technology?
Right.
Yeah, no, great question. This is an industry moved by referrals, right? If you ask someone how they got the attorney, 90% of times it's like someone recommended it to me, right? So providing a really high quality service is essential. You want to make sure like every single people has a stellar experience with us. So that's kind of on the trust thing. We also have very experienced attorneys which generate that trust, and we're also generating a ton of knowledge for them. In terms of awareness, we are expanding on many channels and many ways of getting to these people. Partnerships, events, community, outbound, and the referral thing is huge, actually, right? We still, I would say 80 to 90% of every single client we had was just organically referred, either by a client, a partner, or someone else.
Carrie, and then we'll come to Samir, and then Pocket. Let's go.
Do you see that there's an opportunity for migration as it relates to, like, today you have employers who's your predominant customer, right? But do you see that evolving over time where it could also be lawyers? My thinking is if the charge is comparable, 10,000 for them, 10,000, but if I could, process 10 times more of these using your technology, and I gave you half of it, I'm still way out ahead. How are you thinking about that as a growth factor?
Yeah, I mean, we all focus on going directly to clients. There are things we do that attorneys don't like, generally, as being way more transparent that they feel comfortable with, and we think that's the right thing for the clients, but not necessarily for the attorneys. So in order to really change and transform this process, we do believe this is the way to really do that, right? Beyond revenue, beyond growth, beyond anything, if we really want to make immigration better for people, we do believe this is the way.
Pocket, go ahead, please.
I was an international student, so I know the pain point, and I have a lot of immigrant founders in my portfolio as well, so I'm interested in introducing Tookie to them. So, but before I do that, I want to understand, what is the time saving here, and what is the success rate? Am I gonna get the same results?
So time saving is huge, both for the attorneys, the paralegals, and the clients. I would say it's at least 80% time saving for everyone. Success rate is really great. We're at 95% or a bit more. And I think overall, it's everything. It's just the speed, the experience, and also the quality of the work. And the more quality of the work you do, the less chances you have of getting an RFE. So even though these things are like 800 pages, I have interviewed many USCIS officers, and they have admitted that they spend like 1 hour or 2 hours reviewing it, right? So just the amount of detail and summarized you can be at the beginning really increases the chances of not getting any pushback.
We'll have to end it there. Great job. Wonderful. Okay, we got 3 to go. Wherever it's coming from, who's next?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Integral Health.
Hi, I'm MJ, founder of Integral Health and a proud Navy veteran. When I served, I never lost my sailors to combat. It was addiction and suicide that took them from me. Our national mental health crisis needs new solutions now. Almost everyone here knows someone who's suffering, and most of them can't get the help they need when they need it. The truth is, mental health is one of the hardest things for a primary care physician to identify and manage. The result, only 10% of us actually make it to a mental health appointment. This is what Integral is here to solve. We help motivated, caring physicians get their patients to mental health clinician quickly and easily. So how does it work? First, we identify patients who need help by scanning clinical notes and medical data for patterns. We uncover 50% more patients than status quo. Then, Nightingale, our AI agent, coordinates a care team, a doctor, therapist, and patient in one secure chat. She understands your treatment plan, checks in with you daily, and coordinates everything behind the scenes. But most importantly, Nightingale does not replace doctors. She supports them, and she makes sure that every patient gets supported. The result, our patients with Nightingale are 6 times more likely to graduate the treatment. In just 18 months, we scaled to 1.5 million in revenue, with 2,000 patients on platform. That's light speed in healthcare. And even more encouraging, we have contracts that will triple our revenue by the end of next year. And we're the dream team of serial healthcare founders, and our first Buffalo hire brings in deep local health system expertise. And we're proud to call Buffalo our home. I moved from San Francisco to Buffalo because Buffalo has world-class healthcare system, but the fewest primary care doctor per capita. This is where Integral can do the most good. And that's why our visionary leaders of Catholic health and independent health were the first to bring our solution to market. Together, Buffalo will lead the nation in transforming how primary care and mental health will work together.
Well done.
Woo! Imagine a world where no one suffers in silence.
All right, we'll do that again. Great job. Really important topic. Samir, why don't you go first?
MJ, first of all, thank you for your service.
Thank you.
These numbers are mind-blowing. 175 million people, that's half of the US population, probably half of all of us here. I want to understand, what is your plan to scale, right? You talked about, being in the Navy. What's your plan to scale, with the Department of Defense?
Yeah, glad you asked that. Our physician partners love us, not because of the great outcomes and the access that we bring for the patients, but also because this is a revenue share model, and the physicians are not putting any dollars at risk. And that revenue share model has been key to our scaling. And that's also why our health plan partners has been volunteering to be our distribution partners, because they save $3 on every dollar that they spend on our program. That's why they've been volunteering to connect us to more physician groups and hospitals.
We'll go Carrie, and then we'll go Felicia.
As you think about the execution side of this, what percentage of the therapeutic visits are done virtually as opposed to what are done in office?
Yeah, good question.
Our program is 100% virtual. The point of care is in person at the primary care office, but we want to prioritize patients' convenience and also that we can scale. And if anybody wants an in-person service, then we connect them to our partners who can provide that.
Buffalo leading the world in solving mental health innovation is an amazing flag to plant. I love that. So talk us through, if you were to win $1 million today, what would you do with the money, and what would that workforce impact look like here in Buffalo as a result?
We actually just hired 2 new employees in Buffalo last week. And we have plans to scale our engineering team and operation team right here in Buffalo. And this is a unique environment because of the density of primary care physicians and also the health plans that are just 10 minutes radius from here.
Pocket?
So you already got 2,000 patients in the first 18 months. That's amazing. So how are you planning to expand beyond that? I saw that your next year's projected revenue is 3x of what it is today. So how are you planning to get there? And how big of a clinician network do you need to serve more and more patients?
Great question. So we plan to triple our patient base by the end of next year. And that comes not with tripling our own clinician base, but we have a partnership strategy with national behavioral health clinician networks that are already just knocking on our doors to partner with us. And that's because we're being able to surface the unmet population and their needs.
Got time for one more question. Who's got it? Monsieur? All right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about just anyone, no matter their socioeconomic background, to afford this, and maybe walk us through how are you going to ensure that no matter what your socioeconomic background is, that this is this is for you.
I'm glad you asked that. Yeah. Because health plans believe in this program that we can save costs, not generate cost, they have been covering this program almost in full. So depending on their patient's health insurance, their responsibility is about $0 to $50 per month. Now, with patients who don't have insurance, we've been partnering with some of the physician groups so that we can get them Medicaid coverage.
Okay, we'll have to end it there. Great job. A Buffalo company. Really well done. Really well done. Near the end here, let's bring in our next competitor.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome CellSense.
Beads are everywhere. They're in our garments, they're in our jewelry, they're in our kids' toys, and even hidden in products like facial scrubs. These are currently made with plastics and dyed with lead, a known neurotoxin that we wear right against our skin. When this product is discarded, usually after only 5 uses, it will stay in landfills for 200 years, becoming microplastics that end up in our food, our water, and even our bodies. With plastic beads, we are literally wearing a public health crisis. My name is Ari, and I'm the founder and CEO of CellSense. I grew up in Gujarat, India's textile production hub. It is here I saw firsthand the devastating impact of the embellishment industry on both the workers' health and the local environment. This experience led me and my team of designers, engineers, and scientists to develop a solution inspired by biology. After years of R&D, we've created a proprietary biopolymer made from 2 abundant natural resources, algae and cellulose. The result is a product line of transparent, clear, biodegradable, and durable embellishments. Rather than toxic lead-based dyes used in plastic beads, we've engineered natural microbial pigments to create a vivid color palette and unique finishes like fluorescence. In addition to these, our proprietary manufacturing technology is significantly more efficient. Leveraging the unique properties of our biopolymer to set at room temperature, we can automate production in ways that plastic beads can't. Using the robotic syringe, we directly deposit biopolymer beads on fabric, resulting in automated beaded fabric that beat plastics on both cost and lead time. This is exactly what makes brands excited about us. We're not just a material replacement, but a smarter, leaner supply chain. But we do have competitors who are sustainable, but they're limited to flat, opaque materials, while we've created transparent materials in 3D geometries. We've proved our market potential through 4 paid pilots across fashion with Ian Allen Greer, jewelry with Roma Narsinghani, and skincare with NPOM. We have not only received a 100% reorder rate, but for our skincare pilot, they tested our material in harsh environments to prove its durability and compostability. In addition to this, we have inbound interest from 48 brands to purchase our material, but we are supply constrained. That's exactly why we want to raise $1 million to scale up production and set up a pilot plant in Buffalo. With increased capacity, we can achieve $3.9 million in revenue in our first year. And with licensing and scaling of production, we see a clear path to achieving $120 million by 2030. We have received backing by several prestigious organizations already, and now we believe it is time for us to scale. Unmet demand, new regulations, and we need to set up a pilot plant, and Buffalo is where manufacturing meets science and technology. We have seen an enormous amount of interest for advanced materials here, and this includes Buffalo Manufacturing Works that can help us scale our automated technology, as well as University of Buffalo, whose material design and innovation department is excited to partner with us. What I love most is that several students from UB have already reached out for jobs and internships. We hope to create 8 new jobs our first year here, scaling to 40 as we continue to grow. With a manufacturing plant in Buffalo, we'll create a materials platform that can replace plastics across jewelry, fashion, cosmetics, interiors, and packaging. Let our dreams come true. Better materials come from Buffalo. Thank you.
Well done. Okay. All right. Pushing the envelope there.
Thank you.
Good job. Carrie, you're a beads guy. Let's go.
I'd like to invite our CFO, Abhi.
You want to call on the guys first on this one.
Well, no, I know you. I know. Go ahead.
Right. How are you thinking about the IP and the wraparound protection as it relates to, again, one of the other incumbents coming in and you know, essentially pirating your excellent ideas?
Definitely. So our our legal team have done a thorough research of all prior art before we filed for our IP, and they found that there is nothing that really overlaps with our manufacturing or polymer technology. So we have a pretty comprehensive IP that protects all parts of our innovation. But of course, we know that doesn't necessarily stop people from copying us. And that is why we want to scale as fast as possible and really become leaders in this category.
This guy's with you, I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
This is the brother, right?
Sure, go ahead.
You guys have been intentional in keeping the team obviously lean. Talk about two questions. How are you looking to increase the team and support the skills that's needed? And then also maybe directly to you, it's more questions around margin. How much does it cost to build the product versus how much are you selling it for?
Definitely. So our team is lean, but we're mighty. We've done a lot with few resources. We've filed for patents, developed a manufacturing system, and done pilots. We represent all the core skills needed to make this innovation work. That's design, material science, engineering, as well as business, of course. And we all have our networks through which we can recruit more people. We've also been in touch with North Atlantic Workforce Training Center in Buffalo, from where we can recruit the right technicians for our pilot plant here.
To answer your question, our margins are really healthy. So for our beads and exfoliant fabrics, it's between 70 to 75% is the gross profit margin. And for our beaded fabrics, because of our unparalleled automation technology, it's actually over 80%. And we are competitive. So for instance, we supply one for $180 a yard, but our cost is only $35 a yard because we don't rely on labor.
Yeah.
I'll take that. Pocket, please go ahead.
Yeah, so before today, I never thought about the embellishment as an industry. Tell us about how big it is. And I also heard that you're like the hottest new shot in the fashion industry. So tell us about who are the brands that are interested in CellSense?
Definitely. So I myself worked as an embellishment designer at Tory Burch, and that's where I really saw a need for this product. We spoke to over 900 brands headquartered in New York City, and many of them told us they were desperately looking for this. The fashion industry is $1.8 trillion, and 1 in 5 garments produced annually contain embellishments. So it's sort of like a hidden source of toxic waste. And several brands ranging from fast fashion like Zara's have approached us because we can give them sustainable materials and competitive prices, all the way to Balenciagas and Chanel's who love our premium finishes like the fluorescence and the customization.
Amazing.
Time for one more. Please.
Talk to us a little bit, what is your current production capacity? And then how are you selling this? What's your business development strategy right now?
Right, so the largest order we've done to date has been about 50,000 units of beads in 10 days. So that was pretty rapid turnaround time for us. And the second part of the question was?
Business development, tell us how you're selling, how you're making money.
Okay.
Commercial strategy.
Yeah, commercial strategy.
I'll let you.
No problem.
So as I mentioned, we have really healthy margins. And we've already had inbound interest from 48 customers with zero marketing spend. So simply selling to half of them would help us reach 3.9 million in our first year. And we've already had 4 paid pilots, so that's gotten us to well over 50K just from that alone.
Okay, we'll have to end it there. Okay, good. Good job. Thank you. One left. Right?
Ladies
Give
and
him a round of
gentlemen,
applause.
please welcome Flo.
Hello, Buffalo. It's getting cold outside tonight. Who here's ready for winter? Well, then on to everyone's favorite topic. I'm David, CEO of Flow, the smart solution to ice and snow management. We're first tackling rooftop ice and snow buildup. You might not have realized, but each year in the US alone, it causes over $10 billion in damages. Existing solutions are terribly costly, energy demanding, unsafe, and often labor intensive, which poses significant liability risk. That's where Flow comes in. We've developed a smart, cost-effective, and environmentally friendly solution that's far more effective than existing options. Flow is the first novel industry solution in over 50 years. It leverages IoT sensors, proprietary algorithms, and real-time weather data to predict and detect buildup. When necessary, it deploys a liquid de-icer. This de-icing fluid is clear, non-corrosive, biodegradable, and pet implant safe. Compared to existing solutions, Flow is far safer, cuts operating costs by over 40%, and uses less than 1% of the energy. Preventing just one incident pays for itself. Our pipeline has been growing rapidly. We now support major real estate players across North America, including national retailers and state governments. We're on track to reach $1 million in revenue this year, and we can expect to maintain our 5x annual growth rate. We sell our system and have several recurring revenue streams, including de-icer sales, and we'll soon be launching software and service packages, all with very healthy margins. We've begun in commercial real estate, focusing on centralized facilities teams that manage large nationwide portfolios. From this base, we're targeting a massive global market for rooftop de-icing. More broadly, the global de-icing industry is a $1 trillion opportunity ready to be disrupted. To secure this growth, we hold 3 granted patents, proprietary algorithms, and the world's largest rooftop ice and snow data set, while becoming the trusted industry brand. Our team met while we were at MIT. I previously worked in business development in VC, and Hector is one of the best engineers I know. We already have presence all over the state, but Western New York is the ideal fit for Flow. We're a hard tech startup with granted patents and are already cash flow positive without ever having raised an investor dollar. We don't need outside capital, but 43North and Buffalo are unique to us. That's why we're excited to open up our cap table for the first time. We'd love to have Buffalo and this community as long-term partners if you'll have us. It feels like the perfect fit. This is the part where I get down on one knee. Buffalo knows snow better than anywhere else. It's the ideal home for Flow. We'd like to build our plant here and work with the city's strong manufacturing talent. From here, we'll scale Flow to the world. Buffalo, let's transform this industry together. Next time someone asks, what's the best ice and snow system? Just tell them, call that company from Buffalo, toughest Josh Allen. Thank you.
All right. It does snow here. You did pretty well. Okay, who's first? Mira, go ahead.
Okay, so I'll give you guys a bit of a history lesson here.
Oh boy.
In 1948, the mayor of Boston suggested we use flamethrowers to tackle excessive snow. This is not a joke, this is real. This is a real suggestion. So the president of MIT suggested, a very cutting edge solution that he basically suggested we use salt. Guess what? 75 years later, we still use salt. So my question to you is, why do you think, so it's a $1 trillion opportunity, why do you think it took us this long to get here? And 2, what is the biggest risk for adoption of Flow today?
It's a great question. I mean, quite frankly, I just think it's a really overlooked industry. It's not just these sexy industries that we talk about every day. When we actually first started, we started working with the US Army Corps of Engineers. And we called them up, and within a day they said, please just come over. They're like, nobody has called us in 20 years. Their Cold Regions Research Engineering Lab really is top talent, but it's just not very well talked about in the news. And I think to your second question, what's stopping adoption? I mean, quite frankly, there has been an innovation in the space in over 50 years. When we call people, they're like, this is incredible. This is the first time I've heard anything new in this space. It's just shoveling, like scraping, or just salting.
Yeah. That's about it. Who's next? Pocket, go ahead.
Yeah, so tell us about who are your early adopters? Who have been enthusiastically paying you to implement Flow?
So we work with national retailers and state governments. So traditionally, these guys were sending up like roofers, contractors in the middle of the winter to go shovel off drains, shovel off rooftops, shovel off parapet walls to manage ice and snow. And it's really costly, it's dangerous, it's difficult to get guys to show up within a few days, and at that point you might already have damage. And so we work with major retailers, some actually in this area, whether it's south of here, north of here, to the east of here, So this winter, these systems have already been installed in the area at some of your favorite stores. Some of them are already installed or installing in the next couple of weeks. So those are going to be protecting your stores this winter.
Okay, who's next? Carrie, please go ahead.
What do you think about in terms of the $1 million, if we were to use that? What would be the use of those proceeds? And I'm particularly interested in terms of the demand curve, right, which seems to be lavish. You know, what's the opportunity to blow out the $1 million revenue projection next year?
Yeah, it's a great question. So we've actually been waiting to hire 2 folks. We were thinking about where we're going to place our headquarters, and ultimately Buffalo is really where we like to be. And so if we actually get the $1 million, starting tomorrow, we're going to actually start hiring 2 people. We're going to be hiring an engineer and a sales lead, and we'd like to do that locally. So if we win the money tonight, those job descriptions are getting posted tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. So if you're interested, please reach out.
Okay, sir.
Yes. I just want to commend you because most entrepreneurs feel like they have to go out and seek the venture capital dollars. And learning a little bit about your story today is that you incubated this idea, you found a way to bootstrap, you're profitable, and you've maintained equity in the business, you and your partner. I just think that that's an incredible just case study of entrepreneurs who feel like they have to go out and take venture capital dollars. So I just want to show you love and just
Well said, sir. Well said. Yep.
It's clearly a good fit for Buffalo for all the reasons. Maybe just touch on you talked about hiring a bit, but talk about maybe the skills, the specific competency-based skills that are needed for employers to be successful at your company.
For sure. So I think that we're really looking for, one, to build a plant the next year or 2, and we would like to build that here. We want to have like hands-on, be at our plant every day, see what's going on. And I mean, Buffalo is known for its manufacturing talent. They have the folks here to manufacture the systems. We have the infrastructure here. We have the culture here. I mean, it makes complete sense to be here. And then we have customers who are right next door. We can go see those units. We can go see how they're acting. We can go get feedback directly from our customers. And so we were looking ultimately to hire engineers. We're looking for operators who can help with customer success. And then ultimately, we're looking for sales folks as well to go out, whether it's locally, whether it's across the border, whether it's across the Great Lakes to tackle lake effect snow. I mean, we really think we have all the resources we need here to build a globally successful company.
Well, I've done it there. Great job.
Thanks a lot.
What do you guys think? It was fun, right? It's all 8 companies. Okay, I joke around a lot up here, but I wanted to just take a moment to just congratulate all 8 companies, actually all 15 companies that have been here the last 2 days. Let's give them a round of applause. They were nervous as hell. They did a great job. I also want to thank our judges. You guys did a phenomenal job. Let's give them a round of applause. They've come from all over the country. Thank you. Okay, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to take them back to what they call the green room here, which is a little silly. But anyways, we're going to go to the green room. It's really not green, by the way, but we're going there anyways. We're going to debate for about 15 minutes. We'll be back, and we'll announce the 5 $1 million winners. Thank you so much. I love being here with all of you. God bless and good night. Thank you.
Please welcome back 43 North President Colleen Heidinger.
What you think I'm working for? I wanna be rich, famous, pretty, cute. Rich, famous, pretty, cute. Rich, famous, pretty, cute. Rich, famous, rich, famous, rich, famous, pretty, cute. Rich, famous, pretty, cute. Rich, famous, pretty, cute. Rich, famous, rich, clean like soap.
Okay, now it's not officially a break yet, so maybe you could take your seats. Now for one of my favorite finals traditions, the People's Choice Award. This is your chance to determine which of the past 8 companies will receive an additional $25,000 on behalf of our friends at Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. I'm proud to introduce, yes, I know you're here. I'm proud to introduce a dear friend of the organization and mine, Mike Ball, their Vice President of Community Affairs, who will proudly be presenting the People's Choice Award tonight. It's not his birthday, unlike past years, but it's still a big night for him. So Mike, come on out.
After that song, I think we're all ready to pick a winner, right? Well, good evening, everybody. What a night this has been already. On behalf of Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield and our dedicated team members, many of which are in the audience, let's hear it, Highmark. It's an honor to be here. We're all really honored to be here at the 43 North Finals. This is, without a doubt, one of Buffalo's most exciting nights each year. And as a health plan committed to improving the well-being of our community, we support 43 North because innovation drives better outcomes, not just in healthcare, but across the entire economy. Tonight, we're not just celebrating innovation, we're celebrating the incredible momentum building right here in Buffalo, New York. For the past 11 years, 43 North has been instrumental in building that very momentum, attracting world-class talent and groundbreaking ideas to Western New York. At Highmark, we feel this energy within the walls of Seneca One Tower, where we get to work alongside the 43 North companies. This year's scope was remarkable, including solutions that we all just heard are going to transform healthcare. Supporting this event and the People's Choice Award is truly a point of pride for all of us at Highmark. Now, in just a minute, you can cast your People's Choice vote and help your favorite organization take home an additional $25,000. But first, we want to extend our sincere congratulations to all of our finalists and to our partners at 43 North for another incredible year. Thank you, and I'll hand it back over to you, Colleen.
We know judging can be really hard. So for the first time ever, we're going to give you a break. After you cast your vote, and I think the details are behind us, you can enjoy a quick intermission or sit tight. We're going to welcome the Stampede back to the stage, along with our T-shirt crew. Don't be gone too long. You know this decision is made very quickly. And when you hear this sound, it means you should race back to your seat because we've got the results. So enjoy our first official intermission at a 43 North Finals, and we'll see you in approximately 7 minutes. Thank you.
Here we go.
Drumline's ready. Here we go.
Ready?
I lost my teleprompters. Oh, here we go. Okay, tonight you've witnessed 8 incredible founders pitch on this stage yet again. We'd like to take a moment and thank all of our supporters who make both our year-round program and nights like tonight possible. Special thanks to Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. Yeah, way to show up tonight, my friends. M&T Bank. Yeah, our neighbors at Seneca One, and Advantage Capital, as well as so many others who are right here in our VIP section. Yeah. This organization has always relied on your commitment, and for that, we truly are incredibly grateful. I'd also like to give a special thanks to Governor Kathy Hochul and Empire State Development, who have been our #1 supporter since we started in 2014. Now, to speak on behalf of New York State, please welcome to the stage New York's Secretary of State, Walter Mosley.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Secretary of State Walter Mosley here on behalf of Governor Kathy Hochul. I came all the way from 42 North. No, not the brewery in East Aurora, but the latitude of my home in Guilderland, Albany. And while I do reside in Albany, I feel like Buffalo has become my second home. I keep coming back, so you guys keep embracing me. But before I go into my brief remarks, I just want to say to Colleen, to Peter, and the entire board, to Bill, to all the staff members and the volunteers who make this possible. I'm a virgin to this. So when you're a virgin, you get really excited for the first time. So I know we got some young people here, so I'm going to leave it at that. This is a PG-13 program. But this competition, it really is the epitome of who we are as a country. 5 $1 million prizes are about to be handed out, and that is a life-changing investment for the winning teams. I heard your pitches, and they were so impressive. With each new presentation, I became more conflicted and excited as to which team was my favorite. As the secretary, we have so many platforms. And I was just seeing how they relate to what I do on a daily basis. What do my colleagues do on a daily basis in the cabinet? But as nerve-wracking as this must be for them, it's an important part of your entrepreneurial journey. You have seized the opportunity to be bold, resilient, wise, charting your own course towards success. I've got to tell you, I'm very fortunate to be on the winning team myself. We call it Team Hochul. We are propelled by valuable insights, hard-earned lessons, and a collective determination as a cabinet to continually improve. Governor Hochul knows quite a bit about getting things done in a big way. Now, I was here, I think 2 weeks ago, to stop by the new Buffalo Bills Stadium. How many of you have been out there? Go Bills! Now, in stopping there a few weeks ago, I saw how impressive that venue will be. I get it. You love the Bills in good times and bad times. And so does the governor. But she also understands that they are an economic driver here in Western New York. Startups want to locate in places that have that hum, that winning formula for success. 43 North is a big part of that formula, providing advice, fostering relationships beyond monetary support, and forging partnerships built on a commitment to realizing your entrepreneurial dreams. And this couldn't have been possible without years of investment from New York State government. This is one of New York's premier startup initiatives, one of several competitions we hold across the state that are encouraging growth and leveraging teams, collective expertise, so we can create an environment that fosters innovation, collaboration, and achievement. New York has provided over $82 million in funding to make 43 North a success year after year. As a result, it's becoming more and more common to hear about people who work for a winning 43 North company. Companies like ACV Auctions, with its wholesale car auctions. We all know Top Seeds, they make those addictive snacks. It's no wonder that they had to expand operations right here in Buffalo. And then there's KAV making custom fit 3D printed helmets to save lives while making you look your very best and in doing the right thing in Buffalo's old First Ward. So we can see what is happening in real time. These are just some of the businesses that are making headlines. And more importantly, they are stacking up those job numbers. 43 North has played a huge role in building a booming business ecosystem in Western New York over the past decade. We've created over 1,000 jobs right here in Western New York, thanks to our investment across 74 companies. These brands of inspiration and a symbol of each team's audacious spirit and their products' remarkable potential. I'm so glad that Governor Hochul has taken the lead in this transformation. She's from here. She's a Western New York girl through and through. So she knows innovation is a part of Buffalo's character and its history. I was just here a month ago as we celebrated the bicentennial celebration of the Erie Canal. Now, talk about game-changing projects. That canal starts here in Buffalo and transformed New York City and enabled expansion of the nation. That's, what kind of startup is that when we compare it to what's happening today? Startups are about impacting communities while also embracing visions of things that often people cannot see, but only a few can embrace. Tonight we're talking about $5 million, but we're talking more about that. But I wanted to make sure that we take a bow as Western New Yorkers, because everyone here, whether you are a participant, whether you are here in these final rounds, here to support a friend or a colleague, we're all playing an important role. Mentoring, creating infrastructure, developing talent, just being a part of the can-do mentality that defines Buffalo and Western New York. You should be so proud of yourselves as New Yorkers. You're sitting right here, right now, in one of the hottest startup cities in all of America. This is 43 North. You fuel 43 North. And tonight we open the doors to valuable connections, strategic partnerships, and the funding necessary to bring that vision to life. The compass is pointed in the right direction towards success and a future that has never looked brighter. And I just want to add one thing. Even in the midst of what we're going through as a country, this is what democracy looks like. When we talk about innovation, we talk about freedom of speech and the freedom to assembly. Because when we have those freedoms working together, the sky's the limit and the best is yet to come. So on behalf of Governor Kathy Hochul, thank you again for all that you do and continue to move onward and upward in a northward direction. Again, thank you. And before we dive into the action tonight, I'm gonna hand it over to Colin.
Thank you, Secretary of State Walter. Before we dive into the action tonight, let's bring out the people who make it possible. First up, the people who had the toughest job tonight, tonight's judges. They've flown in from all across the country to be with us, and some of the top venture capitalists in the world. We welcome back to the stage our 5 judges. You know what, friends? I think you're all going to shift kind of back there and in a line over there. They were so busy judging, you know? Yeah, perfect. Okay. Next up, we'd like to recognize the executives from our IPO level sponsors. Tracy Woodrow from M&T Bank, Mike Ball from Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield, and our man Sam, who judged for us yesterday from Advantage Capital. And now, the people that sometimes drive me crazy, but generally steer the ship, 43 North's board of directors, who push us to think bigger and build bolder. Come on out, team. Here they all are. And last, but far from the least, please join me in welcoming the 42 North team, the crew that goes all in, all year, to bring our program and initiative to life. It is my true honor to work alongside them each and every day. They're tired, but it's a true honor to be with all of you. And now, the nervous Nellies backstage. Please welcome back our 8 contenders. Kosi Care.
Something on the weekend, cherry on top of a good time. I just wanna dance, wanna dance, wanna dance. Sunsets on the ceiling, it's electric all night. Goodbye to the heartbreak and the tears that I cried. I'm on cloud 9. When I beat, it's more like 105. Moving through my body. Who had those worries? Not me. No, me and all my cares cut ties. Think I'm gonna be alright.
Yeah, vibe check, vibe check. 1, 2 step, now I'm feeling my best. Cherry on top, it's a good time, yes. I don't care for none of that stress. I'm way too fine for a pity party. Sunrise on sunset, my type of party. Pour me up, let's get it started. I ain't trying to go home.
Buffalo, it's time to announce our 5 $1 million investments and our People's Choice Awards. I want to invite my dear friend, 43 North's board chair, Pete Crum, to join me to help announce our winners. Pete? Okay, are we ready? It's time to stand up. Come on, Buffalo, get on your feet. Show them what they're going to walk into. Come on. Time to stretch the legs. Let the blood flow. Oh, good job. Our first $1 million award goes to Rad Employee.
Our next $1 million award goes to Salsa.
What did you guys think of the t-shirt team? They tell me to make it awkward, so I just try to delay things here. Our third $1 million investment goes to Tukey AI. Okay, remember we're going to do this slowly.
My
Take a
turn.
breath.
All right.
Slow it down.
Another $1 million award goes to Flow.
I'll get this out of the way first, so we delay things a little more. Okay.
Good job.
And our final $1 million investment goes to Okay, your job is done. You're going to stand back with the board. My friends, we're not done quite yet. We're going to ask the 5 companies that won to come step into the middle of the stage as we welcome our friend back, Mike Ball from Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield, to help us announce who's going to get an additional $25,000. Mike?
Spoil the surprise here. And the 2025 Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield $25,000 People's Choice Award goes to
Pause.
Cozy Care.
My friends, that's a wrap. I'm proud to present our Year 11 43North cohort. Thank you for being with us.
The bills make me wanna shout. Kick your heels up and shout. Throw your hands up and shout. Throw your head back and shout. Come on now, the bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout. Yeah, 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 yeah. Say you will. Shout it right now, baby. Say you will. Come on, come on. Say